Hey everybody, Min Chocolate Chip here with another video from Disney Sorcerer's Arena and Disney Heroes Battle Mode. Today, just like I've been playing for Disney Sorcerer's Arena for a while now. It is now my go-to game. I still play Disney Heroes Battle Mode and still expect plenty of content there. But today, I just really want to talk about like 5 things that I think that Disney Sorcerer's Arena has done really well, that I really love, and then 5 things that Disney Heroes Battle Mode that has also done really well. See, because they're both really good games. I'm still gonna be playing both of them, but these are just my thoughts personally on 5 things that I think that make this game unique and special, and then 5 things that make Disney Heroes Battle Mode unique and special. Again, like I don't think that it's saying I'm trying to say one of them is better than another, because they're both good in their own right. But this is just like a little bit of fun for me. And then I'll actually have some more content videos coming out later today for both of these games. But these are just my thoughts. So, Disney Sorcerer's Arena, one thing that like cannot be said enough, real-time PvP continues to be one of the most fun things I've ever had in a mobile game. I've never played a mobile game that has live PvP, even though you might sometimes get put up against a bot. I don't know if that's actually true, but that is something that, like, this is just fun. I've even matched up against people that were in my own club, so I know that I'm actually matching up against real people at least some of the time, and that's really fun. Now, matchmaking could be a little bit better, and sometimes it seems like either I'm against people that are way too easy for me, or people that are like so well outside of my reach that it's not fun. But still, like, this is such a fun mode. I really hope that other games start to like see this as something that a lot of people are enjoying and kind of get in on it. Now, kind of conversely, Disney Heroes Battle Mode does also have a real-time mode, which I absolutely love. Heists, I haven't done a lot of content on heists because it's hard to make a video out of it because like it's going on and it takes a lot of time to go through a heist. But this is really fun because it's cooperative. Like, live PvP is good, but live cooperative play is really fun because, one, you're working with everyone in real time, but then also you're getting to experience it and strategize and everything. So, do I think one is better than the other? No, I think they're both different, and that's why I like both of them. Then something I love about Disney Heroes Battle Mode too, so then the second thing that I really love is Guild War. I know I've said this in my Guild War video on attacking, but it is such a fun, unique game mode that you get to plan your whole style of attack, but and I'll get into this in a second, but this is so much fun because you can strategize so much from the beginning. There isn't like you're not going to suddenly have something happen where you're not going to be able to like follow your strategy. It's a great way for people that love to strategize your entire plan of attack for your whole guild if you're really into it. See my video in the card if you really want to get some of the nitty-gritty in attacking and some of the strategy there. But that kind of like also builds into the fact that this is also just a great way to use a lot of your characters. In all the other PvP modes, like, you're really only using at max 15 characters. You're really not branching out. But in War, you're strategizing because, one, you're up against teams with bonuses, like I said. 2, they're off-duty heroes that just force you to be creative all the time. So, like, even though you might have 15 top characters and you're gonna try to fight this group here, you're gonna plan it better because you're like, oh, like, I'm trying to get around certain things that this team is using. Like, how am I gonna get around Hades because he can go invincible and he can like set my whole team on fire and take them out really fast, like all that kind of stuff. It makes it really fun. Like, I love this game mode. I can't say enough good things about War. War is single-handedly the reason why I still play Disney Heroes Battle Mode by far. But then that doesn't say that Disney Sorcerer's Arena doesn't have something. We haven't been able to complete a conquest yet, so I can't tell you whether or not I like either one better. But I do still, I think Club Conquest will be effective, but it's a little bit more real-time strategy rather than a plan of attack, you know, attacking specific teams, getting like the perfect lineup for yourself, which I think is way more fun. That kind of, since we haven't done a Club Conquest yet, so I can't talk about my comparison there, but I will definitely have a full comparison later. The second thing that I really love about Disney Sorcerer's Arena are these events. This is something that Disney Heroes Battle Mode should do. Like, this is something like, of all the things I'm watching here that I'm like, man, this is really easy to implement and should be done, is events, because they already do the contests, but those don't necessarily, that's not like this where, you know, you're with specific teams and you're trying to unlock specific characters or spells. Like, that just is, this is so much fun. I love events. Like, that's what keeps Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes, like, it's always events. That's all the content, because you've reached max level, you've completed the campaigns, and now you're done. This is like events what keep Galaxies of Heroes alive, and here events are similar. Haven't obviously reached max level, so I can't tell you whether or not I think that this will be the same. But it's such good content, and I love it. I love it. The third thing that I really like about Disney Sorcerer's Arena is spells. This is completely new. Like, I've never experienced anything like this, but having spells is so much fun. It adds, like, sometimes it's adding another character, like some of these add characters, but most importantly, like, it's completely different strategy, because because I can't tell you how many times I've fought in a PvP arena battle where I was winning, I was leading, but because I had done so much damage to the other team, they were able to unlock their spells before me, and all of a sudden I was super far behind. That was insane, and the fact that could then also work for my favor, where I can then take the advantage, like, it just adds so much more depth, because now you're not just planning your characters, but you also have to realize that their spells will activate too. So it's a really nuanced, really interesting way to make it so that a lot of teams are viable if you have good spells around them that you can use quickly. You could even possibly take advantage of the fact that if they knock out characters, it charges your spells. So, again, something I absolutely love. Conversely, there's something that I really like about Disney's Heroes Battle Mode, is that rather than have, like, spells you unlock and heroes you unlock, like, there's just a lot of heroes. This is just also by nature of the fact that there are a ton. This has been out so much longer. Like, there's 100 heroes now in Disney Heroes Battle Mode. Obviously, I haven't unlocked all of them because Tron, I'm not in Challenger, so I can't tell you anything about unlocking Tron. But what I can tell you is that having so many characters is actually really good. Again, if you look, I'll have it also linked up in the card. My approach now is not to just kind of work on getting all the heroes up to somewhat competitive level. I'm just focusing on on my 25 to 30. But for real, like, this is having a game that I've been around with to see it grow and have all these new characters pop up, and some of them be game breaking and fun, and having some of them just be really fun to watch, and really fun to, like, throw in just to mess up other teams. It's really fun. Like, having the flexibility of having all the characters does add a lot. Kind of my last two big things for Disney Heroes Battle Mode, and I'll talk about them kind of in the same, not because they're related, but because I feel like the benefits of these two is basically the same thing. So Invasion, which forces you to, again, be creative about your teams, because they're always pumping out different characters are going to be the ones that are going to be the bonus characters. They rotate teams, and sometimes, like this week, they let the community decide on the characters that would be the boosted team, whatever you want to call it, the ones that are gonna have the most power-ups and everything. Like, that's really fun. And then also Coliseum. Now, this is something I hope eventually comes to Disney Sorcerer's Arena, is this large team battle, because so far all the PvP except for Club Conquest is all 5v5, which basically incentivizes people to have just like 5 that they're really, really investing in. If you have a lot of others, if you're not doing Club Conquest right now, which is kind of what's going on, then you're not really getting the benefits of having a lot of characters that are really good, except for some other modes where they're forcing you to work through something like the tower, which restricts the number of characters you can have available like that's fun, and it does add some complexity. But having Coliseum, kind of the same reason to have Guild War and also Invasion, like the three of those together really make it so that you have to be creative about your teams. You can't just rely on like a solid team of 10 or 15, because Coliseum and you have to at least have 15 top characters you're currently investing in order to have a decent team that you're using for Coliseum. And same thing goes for Invasion. Like if you don't have if you're not investing in all three teams, plus who knows what gets on the fourth rotation, there's no way for you to keep up, because you're not going to have boosted heroes that are going to keep up with the boss battles and the breaker quests. And same thing I already talked about it in Guild War, but I love that Disney Heroes Battle Mode basically forces you to have a large investment in characters. Now, do I think that that's useful if they're making you pay for the characters, which they've started doing? No, but I'm not here to complain about it. I'm here to talk about why I love the games, and that's really something that's really fun. That's why I was investing in all these characters for so long, and that's why I've you know what, I'm trying to be competitive so I can make you guys videos, so I'm just going to focus on the 25 to 30, make videos, and then slowly build up the characters as I go along. Now, Disney Sorcerer's Arena, the two last things. Now, these are kind of silly, but as someone that loves games and loves Disney, this just means so much to me, is that when you go into any fight, like a lot of other games, this exists in Disney Heroes Battle Mode especially, so they just have random grunts that they just throw in, they make up characters for them. It's like the grunts, glitches, whatever you want to call them. Those things, they're not connected to any characters. They have abilities and stuff, so it's interesting and it's hard to fight them, but when you go up here, you're fighting up against a robot that's from Gargoyles, and it has it is an actual character. It has villain tags, it has downtown tags. You're just not fighting against some random things. These are things that they've built out of actual games. When you fight in the game, you're on a stage that is the stage from a game. When you go into the tower, I don't know, I'm in Tower 3 right now, and in Tower 2 you were fighting the Huns. Maybe it was Tower 1, and you're hearing the Mulan music in the background, and you're fighting the Huns with Shan Yu. It's super fun, because it feels like they brought Disney into the game rather than made Disney the characters and then made a game around it. It was almost like they wanted Disney to be completely and totally entrenched in the game, which I super appreciate as someone that loves Disney. Now, the last thing, this is something that Disney Heroes Battle Mode has failed to do, and that is for the top stuff for Disney Sorcerer's Arena. You really can't buy your way to the top. Now, you can buy your way into having the top characters to have them all at max as fast as possible. You can buy your way into getting there faster, but for Sorcerer's Tournament, they start everybody at 10,000 or whatever, I don't remember. And then you have to grow your way into it. For the PvP arena, you're not just gifted if you at the beginning, if you got there earliest and you're start at the top. No, you actually are just, everyone's starting at 1 point, and you have to build up your points. You're in order to get to the top season rewards, you're going to have to keep fighting, and it's going to take a lot of effort. And I love that. It's they're saying, oh, you're not going to buy your way to the top of our PvP modes. You're going to invest your time. You're going to build your characters. Again, you're going to, obviously, now that a lot of people have been playing, it's going to get kind of crunched up here, and it's not going to be as easy to climb. But I love that. I didn't get to just immediately, because I started so early, jump in and be miles ahead of everyone else. As far as now they have to fight to get up to where I was. No, you're going to have to just work on it and invest, and it's well appreciated, especially to make it fair for everyone at starting. It means a lot to me as a player to know that they, as game designers, aren't trying to make it so that you buy your way to the top. You buy your way to getting things faster, and that means a lot to me, because as someone that doesn't spend or barely spends, it is really fun for me to work against players that are kind of at my level at the same time, rather than always having to fight top players. And just as a little aside, the Discord for Disney Sorcerer's Arena is super good. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, that's just kind of like my thoughts. Obviously not too much interesting happening on the screen, but I just want to kind of talk about like things I love about Disney Heroes Battle Mode. I'm still going to play it, still going to make content for it. Disney Sorcerer's Arena, still going to make content for it, still loving it. Those are just my thoughts, 5 things I love about each of them, plus 1 for Disney Sorcerer's Arena, because Discord technically isn't related to the game at all. With that, expect another video today. I'm going to have some more actual content coming out. And I'm still trying to keep up with the 1 a day. Obviously, real life is kind of crazy right now with everything going on, and not going to be able to keep up with it a ton, but I'll try my best. Subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing. Obviously, feel free to leave comments. My Discord tag is going to be in the description. Obviously, you can find me on Discord. I'm in the Disney Sorcerer's Arena Discord. I love the games. I want to make that abundantly clear. No matter how much I complain about certain things, like I obviously still love them and still support them. If you have any requests for videos, feel free to leave those in comments or just DM me on Discord. Expect plenty more content. And with that, I will see you in the next video.